Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. On the perimeter, Wade and Dang. Danny Granger out there with Chris Anderson. And it's Napier in at the point. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Moultrie. Offensive rebound. Rejected by Anderson. Here is Mbamute. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Napier. He had 10 points in the win against Washington. Anderson outside. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Just 4 to shoot. That drops.
Such an aggressive attitude he has. No invitation needed for him to take it strong to the basket.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
Luol Deng is the definition of a gamer. He averaged over 38 minutes a game over the last 5 seasons with the Bulls. Played with a fractured thumb, torn ligaments in his wrist. He always goes all out at both ends every time he's on the court.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Nerlens Noel checks in for Mbamute. Thompson comes in for Grant, and it's Carter Williams in for Tony Roten. Williams gets the bucket. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter.
And when you talk about the physical toll for Deng playing those long minutes, tremendous discipline and dedication to keep his body ready to go. You know, his hard work and leadership has to be missed by the Bulls on and off the court.
Cole's shot is good. The 76ers trail by 6. Nobody near Williams. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And for Deng, back in the 2013 playoffs, he tried to practice through complications from a spinal tap. You don't hear that very often. That was a life-threatening condition.
And Kevin, he was unhappy with his care during that incident and said nobody from the Bulls checked up on him at the hospital. So I think that cast a real cloud over their ensuing contract negotiations.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He talked to his guys about the importance of functioning as a unit, not as individuals, and on the need to help each other find open shots on the perimeter. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And so here is Miami after the Sixers pick up 2. Here's Granger. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Puts one up from 19. And Williams with the basket on the assist by Thompson. And that's now 6 points for Williams. Here's Cole, poked loose. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
And look here at the Heat, how they ranked in the NBA last season. First in shooting percentage. Second in steals. And they also showed up in the top 5 in opponents' points per game. It's obvious the hard work this team has put into being good defensively has paid off.
And, Clark, the key number that you just talked about to me is field goal percentage. I mean, when you're the best in the league shooting the basketball, it's a clear sign that you have an unselfish team and a clear plan of attack. That club is very impressive with their offensive efficiency. And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Chalmers. The kick out to Bosch. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Chalmers. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. Chalmers has got it all tied up now for the Heat.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
The Heat have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And Michael Carter-Williams gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Chalmers dishes to Wade. Shot from 12. And off the glass. That one's good. Wade's got 4 points now in the quarter. Noel with it. And the first half ends in a close one. Heat out front. They lead by a bucket. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, a couple of quick questions for you. What's your attitude right now, and what do you think will be the team's focus for the second half?
Well, I mean, we just want the ball. We always got to rebound the ball. We got to get in there as a team, all of us, and rebound the ball. You know, they crash the glass, all of them. But then it's about getting a win. We can play any style, and tonight we just want to figure out how to get a win.
Dwayne, thank you so much. Gentlemen, he likes when they mix it up.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Well, you know, it's always a challenge for a coach in a position like Brett Brown, leading a team through a season with 63 losses. How do you hold the Sixers players accountable and demand execution? And despite that lack of success, I think it goes back to his player development experience, understanding that the process is what you have to embrace as you're working towards more consistent success.
They've got Hollis Thompson. Noel is out there with Arnett Moultrie. Then it's Michael Carter-Williams, and it's Williams at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. That's good.
And the buckets always coming in bunches for him. And right now, they are really rolling.
And for Brown, he knew losses would come early. But he demanded, Steve, a 4-year guaranteed deal, wanting time to develop his team, and he got it.
Well, it was smart because this is going to be a difficult transition for the Sixers. And, you know, with all the turnover in the NBA on the coaching front, I think it was important for ownership to give him that long-term approach.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, obviously a tough blow for the Miami Heat losing LeBron James. As Eric Spoelstra said, this league teaches you that change is inevitable. You have to embrace it and adapt. We don't have any regrets. He shouldn't have any regrets. It was a historic 4-year run. Guys, the Heat are hoping to reload and make another run at it.
Winning starts at the top, and they've got the organization, Doris. You said it. Thank you. Got that one up quick. Williams has got 8 points.
You know, the Sixers, quite honestly, since 2003 have been a team stuck on that treadmill of mediocrity, never winning more than 43 games. You know, last season the organization finally committed to a full overhaul and rebuild. Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. Number 1, the Heat.
Now, they were a remarkably efficient offense, and I thought they just did a nice job of finding the open man time and again. No selfishness on that team. And the Sixers rebuild really started in earnest during the 2013 draft when they traded away their all-star point guard Drew Holiday to New Orleans for 2 separate first-round picks. A defining move, I think, to strategically weaken the team while acquiring assets.
Here's Carter-Williams after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Thompson.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Here's Cole. Carter-Williams covering, and that one's good. Hey, you look at last season for the Sixers. Yes, they were a losing team, but a losing team with a plan.
Yeah, you know, that's right, Kevin. Coach Brown said that they had 6 NBA players and a bunch of guys fighting for a spot. But as time passes and you see this young talent develop, I think they do have a chance to be pretty special.
Philadelphia has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Can't get it to go. And the Heat going the other way now. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
He was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Thompson misses.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
He dishes it to Williams. Lets it go with a 3. And he gets it to go. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
The drive by Wade. The quick look, no good that time.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Here's Williams. Gets to the corner and buries it. And now just a 4-point Heat lead. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Wade. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
For Miami, they have started out 0-1 from the line, missing their only other attempt early.
They're a very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line, about 76% a year ago.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Anderson, he's checked in for Josh McRoberts. Granger comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Chalmers in for Cole. Now here's Bosch. Passes it to Wade. Back to Bosch. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. Miami no good on that time either. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Heat lead by... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
I was hoping we'd get a chance to see this one again. Thank you, Lonnie and the truck, for showing. But it's passing like this that makes the basketball purists happy. This is the beauty of the game right here.
Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Oh! How did that go in?
Unbelievable.
The only thing crazier than him taking that shot is that he actually hit it. Unbelievable.
And Michael Carter-Williams gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal. First team foul.
Here's Wade. Goes back up. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Miami.
Well, they're getting into the paint with their penetration, and it's really been key for this club.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
Now here's Wade. Wade double teamed. Bosch kicks to Wade. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. 14 points for Wade.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time to do it. Not now, though.
Wade with it. Carter-Williams covering. He gives them a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point Miami lead.
No way you can get back into the game if you continue to give up layups.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Shved's checked in. And then for Miami, Josh McRoberts is checked in for Anderson. Bang comes in for Danny Granger. And Cole subbed in for Mario Chalmers. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over that break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. The Heat leading by 12. Here's Cole. He feeds it to Dang. He kicks it to Cole. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Comes up empty down low. Here's Shved. It's stolen by Wade. Dang passes to Wade. And there's the foul against Philadelphia.
You know, guys, every coach would love to play his star player every minute of an NBA season, but it's impossible given the limits of endurance and the risk of injury. It's basically a balancing act. I think teams are becoming wiser, though, in terms of keeping players fresh and helping them recover between games.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Here's Shved. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
And the Heat call time here. They're up by 10. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Passed away. And the rejection by Noel. At the elbow, Williams. True on the 14-footer. Williams has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the 76ers. The Heat have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field.
And looking at player recovery, now with the ability to track player movement, either with cameras or even sensors that players can wear, teams are better able to measure the workload of players, helping them make decisions about where rest is needed and when it's needed, and even help them predict when there's a risk of injury, and that's really the golden bullet. And again, another example of information being used to enhance player performance.
Here's Cole after the made shot from Arnett Moultrie. Nick Roberts. Oh, good with the triple.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
For 3, Shved connects. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Showing off a very smooth stroke at the free throw line right there.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Takes a 3. Miami grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier, and Miami can just let the clock run down here. Here's Cole. And Elliott Williams is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And a new group in for the Heat. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. It's Thompson off the drive and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Danny Granger.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Hollis Thompson. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
The conductor is cooking, raising hands, fire.
And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 7. And so it's Miami winning this one. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very
THX.
on top of their game here.
Well said.
Dwayne, how...
Wait till you're announced. We've not yet lost all our graces.
And brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K pregame show.
I'm Ernie, that's Shaq. This is 2K Sports. Thanks for hanging with us. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center.
And now, your Philadelphia 76ers.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Well, guys, for the Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off a loss to Miami.
I thought overall, Kevin, it was mostly the defensive effort that hurt them. Just no energy, no purpose.
Steve, I thought they were late on their rotations. They didn't really communicate well, and as a result, they paid for it.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt, and it's Ariza in at the 3 spot.
Patrick Beverly is absolutely a hound dog defensively. He's got so much pit bull in him and how he goes about defending people at that guard spot. He's not a big playmaker or scorer. He's basically a three-point shooter and a defensive specialist.
On defense, the 76ers. Jones in the post. He's covered by Noel, and he gets it to go. Here's Carter Williams. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Traps in the tray. Thompson's got 5 now.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Richardson. Against Jason Richardson. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Embiid with the steal. Shot on the wing. And Jason Richardson the bucket on the assist from Carter Williams. Richardson's got his first basket.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
And it's Ariza in the corner. Cranes the three-pointer.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
The 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Well, the Rockets wouldn't just say are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Here's Beverly. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball, and it's slammed in by Ariza.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Now, here's Ariza. 9 points last game. And it's Beverly missing.
And the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too. Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, a bit ago, Kevin McHale and I were able to catch up. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup. Their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Great, Doris. Thank you. It's not too uncommon to have that defensive focus being foremost in the game plan, is it?
Well, that's who they are, Kevin. That's their identity as a ball club. And so every game they start out thinking, let's shut the opponent down.
And not with just any kind of defense, guys. I mean, they want to get up into you, nose-to-nose, aggressive, in-your-face defense.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Houston also making some changes. Jeff Adrian's checked in for Jones. Johnson comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Patrick Beverly.
And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry, but make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contender to potential title contender. I think exciting times are certainly in store in Houston.
Well, Dwight Howard, in his words, back to having fun playing basketball last season in Houston. A younger group, more compatible to his fun-loving personality, and certainly with Harden and others, they've got a depth of talent that is very impressive. Probably the best core around him of his entire career. Poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at that three-point shot.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And the shot is good.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Here's Kanan. He had 10 points in the win against Boston. Screen by Howard. It's tipped. Kanan kicks to Johnson. Here's Harden. And Houston again with the bucket.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Houston.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Henry Shins out there with Luke Mbamute. Then it's Tony Roten. Then there's Grant, and it's Shved in at the one. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter.
You know, it was really a tumultuous season for the Sixers last year. And one of the things they tried to get done was to get their young guys to understand what it takes to win at this level. And it's a hard learning curve when you've got to play teams from the Western Conference.
Here's Adrian. After the Sixers pick up 2. Cannon dishes to Harden. An easy 2 points on the layup. Harden's got the lead up to 11 now for the Rockets.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
So both teams making some changes here. Well, the West can be relentless, Steve, and they didn't let up on Philly. Just 5 wins in 30 games against the Western Conference last year.
Well, so much of it had to do with their young roster, their defensive struggles. And I'll tell you what, when you can't defend inside against most West teams, you're going to get eaten alive in the paint.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Isaiah Cannon.
Now we get a chance to check out Michael Carter-Williams. Last year, getting it done. He averaged about 16 points a game.